Dr. Sharma,
Hi.
let's talk a little bit of recycling here. Sustainable ship recycling. What is it? Why is it important? Why is it important to capital providers, obviously, owners, charterers, and maybe I'll sort of go from there just to give a general overview.
Well, in fact, I was listening to Christoph earlier, and he said when he's trying to raise money from the equity markets, there just isn't enough money, because of ESG. And I was thinking, he said as shipping, people don't want to invest in shipping. And when we look at ship recycling, if you look, anybody you talked about ship recycling, I've been doing this for about 30 years now. They have nothing but negative images about this. But ship recycling has changed significantly. And what I find out is a lot of people are making decisions based out of fear, then out of facts. And as a result, you're leaving a lot of residual value out there. So to me, a sustainable recycling is very simple. It's how you recycle a vessel in an environmentally sound and friendly manner, how you make sure there are no accidents, the workers' rights are protected, and most importantly, the third pillar, how do you create value out of a ship asset? A ship, end of the day is an asset, it's not a liability. And what I'm finding, in fact, just a few months ago, we had a listed company that sold a big ship into Europe. And when I looked at this deal, in the Indian subcontinent, this ship would be worth about $20 million, more than $20 million. And they probably left 80% of the value on the table and sold the vessel for less than, right about, I don't know the exact numbers, so the rumor is about $5 million. So to me, any a person who leaves 80% or 75% of the asset value on the table is not really meeting the fiduciary responsibility. And my view is, what appears to be green isn't, and what appears to be non-green is. And let me try to illustrate that in a minute.
Yeah.
So let's say this example, when the ship goes to Europe and it's actually went to a Scandinavian country. I'll leave the country and the owner's name, out of this discussion. So if you recycle a ship in this area, what are you going to do with the steel that comes out of the ship?
Wait 1 second. I'll go back again here.
Okay, good.
So we're talking about a decision made by a European owner to scrap a ship, not in India, not in Bangladesh, not in Turkey, where there is a supply chain set up for sustainable ship recycling. Decision was made potentially out of fear of other items to try to do it in Europe, right?
Right.
And you're talking about, obviously, the residual value, like what that was sold into, right? Sold for. This is, there's an economic impact, and then there's also a sustainability impact there as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, so we're talking about two fronts here. So first of all, the economic impact, it's clear you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So for the capital providers, if you're looking at the residual value of a vessel, normally the rule of thumb is at least 20% of the residual value you get at the time of recycling.
Sure.
So if you build a ship for 100 million, you probably get 20 million at the end of 20, 25 years, whatever the life cycle of unit is.
Could have major impact on overall financing costs, where residual values then come out, and financing, used assets as well, right?
Absolutely. So in this good market, you can easily earn that money through your freight income and all that. But in a bad market, then where do you come in? So the economic value is clear. And why the Indian subcontinent? Just so that come into the sustainability aspect. At least those who have, there are some people here who have visited, for example, India. 97% of the items that come out of a ship are reused, not even recycled, meaning reused. So if you have a glass and this glass is going to be reused, it's not going to be recycled, if there is furniture. For example, in the last 40 years, we have generated in India alone, about 62 million tons of steel. So this is all green steel that has come back into the system for domestic use. We look at non-ferrous item, about 500,000 tons of copper, steel, bronze. In fact, just last week, we received a call from a Korean battery manufacturer, and he was asking if we can buy copper from the shipyards in the Indian subcontinent. Stainless steel, bronze, all of these items fine. We have probably recycled about 250,000 tons of wood. which is a lot of stuff that is reused. So this all adds to the economic value of an asset.